So if you ever feel like you could use a breather from your significant other, guess what? You're not alone. According to a BBC article, an increasing number of married couples are spending time apart, a sort of gap year in their relationship. So this is becoming more and more popular, apparently. What are your thoughts on this kind of like unconventional relationship?
Well, I understand time apart. I even understand trips apart. But I do not understand taking that long, like a year, personally. I never even had a honeymoon, but I feel like I'm still in a honeymoon phase where I truly look forward to getting home every night and seeing Simon. I know that sounds absurd, but
How long have you guys been together for?
I think 18 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mind you, hey,
Bottle
this
that
is not
up
a
and
guilt
sell
trip,
it.
because I think kids really do affect that. Like they. Someone's laughing.
Chris is laughing behind.
Chris is laughing on the crew. I think it really does. Like, you want to get away from, no offense, but get away from everyone.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah, Mel?
I just want to get away from my basement. So I just want to get away from my basement and, love her to death. But that's a great point, Jess. I think, first of all, that is the sweetest thing ever. And secondly, I think the dynamic really changes with kids because there's so many roles that I feel like I'm carrying beyond being a partner to my husband. Then you become, a caregiver to your daughter, and then maybe you're caregiving for elderly parents.
Yeah.
And the roles start to pile on, and I think I just want to break from life. It's not just about my partner. Sometimes maybe all you need is, a little vacation with the gals or go solo. But there is something interesting about the idea of planning that time apart. And the old adage, absence makes the heart grow fonder, there is something to that, and I think that's why it sticks for a while. And there is a famed couples therapist by the name of Esther Perel. She's written many books, great podcasts. And she said something once that I just was like, oh, I got to hold on to that for my marriage. And she said that enmeshment in your lives is a desire killer because there's so much desire that gets lost the longer couples are together, and that those roles pile on and you're just exhausted and who am I and all those big questions. And I don't think you can answer that in a 1-week vacation. I think for some people, they need a longer break to sort of figure out who they are again. And she also says, like, only 2 independent people can be together. So I don't think it's realistic for most people. It's not realistic for me. So Ryan and I are doing it our own way, which is, well, I shouldn't even say Ryan. I'm going to speak for myself. My girlfriends and I, who are all very similar ages, a lot of us have kids, we decided that the second half, or we call it the back half of our life, we're going to seek out new adventures together. We're going to learn new things. We're going to travel to new places together. And that is our way of cultivating our independent life from our partners, so that when you get back together with your partner, you're kind of like, oh my gosh, you see some new things, you have some new experiences to talk about.
And it's so nice to miss someone.
Yeah.
It feels so nice to miss something. You said something, though, Mel, the idea of independence. And I think the reason why I would never want to take a gap year from Simon is that we are fiercely independent of each other already.
Right.
So
am I with Jason, but I'm ready for a gap year. Bring it on. I think you mentioned the word sabbatical, I think, as you were teasing this story. And you think about it, why is it like professors have this idea that at a certain point in time after, a set amount of time, you get a year off. And what's the idea of a sabbatical? It is to go and learn stuff, to research, to create, to better yourself. Yeah. Why shouldn't we apply that same idea to a relationship?
Are you researching other people, Cynthia?
Beautiful. I mean, I think that what's interesting about this, and I love this next generation, is that they aren't just buying into this one size fits all. Yeah. So like for some of these couples that they're talking about in this article, they are seeking out new partners during that time. That's an agreed upon arrangement. But for others, it's not about that at all. It's about going and hiking with their girlfriends, or it's going and exploring. It's all these different things. And so I think if you could figure out a way, again, it's the logistics that's problematic. It's like, what do you do for finances? What do you do if you have kids? What do you do if there's an emergency? Like, the logistics are problematic. So maybe it's not a year. Jason's about to go away for 4 months. And this is for work, and I'm equally terrified and excited.
Terrified because of a great deal of work.
It's going to be a lot. It's full-time work. It's juggling camp and Jaya and life and whatever. But I want to miss him. We've been living a long COVID. Yes. It's a long COVID, and I am ready to miss him and desire and to learn and to do some crap around my house that doesn't involve rearrange, move a bed around.
Does he feel the same way?
I don't know.
Never mind. Jason, send us a tweet or
Let
a
us know.
Facebook message and let us know. But